I've got a decent idea of which one this is, but there's a chance it's a different one. No, it should be that one. Yeah. The reason why I was saying that I wasn't sure is because there are a number of different versions of the George Killian's tap handles. And so, depending upon what you're looking for, it's good to kind of keep an eye out and try and find whatever style or whichever one you're looking for, because they do have some kind of cool different ones. They've got some that have the little horse topper up on the top. They've got a couple of different designs. So that means that if you're a fan or you just like them in general, then you definitely have some options to go through. This is one of their vintage ones. You can tell by generally the condition. With this one, you'll notice here, this is a sticker that has George Killian's on it. So that's stickered on the front and back, so on both sides. As I mentioned with the horse, it does have the horse emblem there. With this, it's actually worth noting that this isn't really like your standard sticker. So a lot of the standard ones, you're going to think about paper with a little bit of plastic over it, something like that. This one, you actually have this is raised. So if you put your finger over, you'll notice that there's actually some raised elements here. So along here and along there, you may be able to see it just a little bit. If you look at that light, you'll notice how there's some raised elements. That'll typically be something that they'll do with some of the plastic stickers and some of the metal stickers. So essentially, it's a element that's actually produced out of metal or plastic that they use an adhesive to put it onto the front and back. With this top element, I'm not entirely sure what that's produced out of. Normally, if you're seeing any of the lines like you do here, it's very subtle, but you may be able to see it a little bit. Then normally that's going to be something that is produced out of plastic. So you'll have two either plastic or kind of like plastic resin portions that are put together. Here you've got another sticker element that's wrapped around, and then you've got this wooden base. And this is just a fairly good looking tap handle. And one of the reasons why I say this is because if you're thinking about your traditional bar going in, getting a George Killian's, and if you're thinking about one of the older bars, this is going to be very much what you would see. This isn't quite what I would consider to be the standard or traditional pub style tap handle. This is a style that goes along with it. So this is one of the ones that was styles like these with the turned wood portions and as well as a decorative portion. Those were very common, or you saw a number of different versions for a period. But there's a few of the ones that came out a little bit later or kind of became popularized later that are a little bit more of what you would consider to be your traditional pub style ones. So those are typically going to be a little bit heavier and bulkier. This one is a little bit smaller and just a very nice, pleasant tap handle. Very good design overall. Obviously, you do want to keep an eye out for some of the elements like I pointed out. So as I mentioned, that you do have this attached via adhesive. So it's normal that you would see some of that coming out. If it seems particularly loose, or if you're missing this bottom portion, then you just want to keep an eye out for that. With the ferrule, you'll also notice that this is a little bit of a wider one than you'll see. A lot of the modern ones is going to be a little bit skinnier. You'll notice that there's a bit more metal in here, and this should be a 3/816 to 3/816 one. So that means the hanger bolt inside should be 3/816, and then it uses 3/816 for attaching to your faucet. So hopefully that was informative for you guys. Per usual, if you are looking for anything, have any questions, just shoot me out a message.